Let me tell y'all something. For those of you who don't really know, I used to be an EMT intermediate. Shout out to all of my people that's in the field who answer the call every day and they go out and they save lives. It's not an easy job. You have to be trained to intubate and start lines and save these lives. Okay. I realized when I was an EMT that I have a softness or a weak spot for babies and old folks, children and old folks. That will make me come back and see you after work because I want to fight you because you put your children in jeopardy, like stuff like that. Like I have a thing for kids because they didn't ask to come here and they didn't ask for you to be on your BS at all. So I'm at home minding my own self business, which is what I do. I mind my own self business, and I get a text and an inbox from the bestie wifey, Mo Better. Mo Better was like, check your Facebook Live. And I'm like, what? I was on a phone call. I got off the phone so I could go check what was going on. And I'm listening to this live, and the person's name is Deshawn Patrice. You can look up on Facebook. Her name is Deshawn Patrice. And she's the mother of Alahna Squeaky Washington. Okay? Now, let me tell you something. I don't play around with kids. This mother is saying that her daughter has suffered some horrendous, atrocious, and heinous things. The alleged abuser, trafficker's name is Myrondous Washington, Myrondous Washington. Now, I'm gonna tell you what he allegedly that he did first. I'm gonna say allegedly because I'm just gonna tell you what she said that he did, but I don't know because I wasn't there. But allegedly, he is the foul of the foul. They don't come no more foul than him because what happened was 13-year-old Myla, who is the sister of the daughter of Deshawn Patrice, went to get her school physical, and the doctor is looking at her saying, "Something ain't right. You got these little scars and some markings, and what's going on?" After a little poking and prodding, it turns out that the little girl had been violated. She had been touched. 13. She was just turning 13. And she went to school for her school physical. I mean, she went to the doctor for her school physical. She had been touched. Okay. So Myla's mother come home and she called up Miss Deshawn, who is the mother of Squeaky. And she said, yo, check this out. If this has happened to Myla, you need to ask Squeaky, has it happened to her? Has she been touched? Has anybody violated her? Has her father violated her? Yeah, I said what I said. Has her father violated her? So she goes and has a conversation with Squeaky. She told her, Squeaky, tell me the truth. Squeaky goes to scream at her and says, I don't want him to go to jail. Now, I'm a mother and I'm a grandmother. I can't imagine, first of all, having to even ask my children or my grandchildren any of these questions. The fact that she asked her daughter this, the daughter that she said that she almost died giving birth to, has she been touched? And to find out that she had been touched by her daddy nonetheless, baby. This man took this little girl's virginity. And the mother said, a lot of things I would love to have in common with my daughter, but that the man that took my virginity also took yours was not one of them. Y'all, Ackworth, Georgia, because that's where this blessed child of God was, may still be. He might be in Atlanta because he was a pastor down here too. Oh, did I tell you he was a bishop? I'm sorry, Bishop Myrondous Washington, and your wife Tama Washington. Yes, that's their names. That's their names. And allegedly, the wife was complicit in it because she was in the car when you drove said daughter, Squeaky, across state lines. Let me remember where you took her to. I know Florida was one of the places. Oh, here we go. Florida, Oklahoma, Tennessee, Alabama. You took her to all those states. Now, I'm not sure if she was in the car for all of those, but I do recall that you were in the car when y'all went to Florida. She said that the wife, Tama, was in the car. She said in the car was her cousin, her dad, and this man. You want to know who that man is? That man would be what's his name? Let me look up his name. His name is Officer somebody. Stand by because I have it here. I don't think I wrote his name down. Oh, but I'll give it to you in a second. Ah, Detective Camille. That's that asshole's name. Detective Camille. Detective Camille was in the car going across state lines with this child to be trafficked, allegedly. Allegedly. Somebody tell me why he's not brought up on charges. Well, let's see. When the mother's cousin went to file the charges, because the mother's in California, in Los Angeles, California, and went to file a complaint, that same complaint miraculously disappeared. It disappeared. It disappeared. I wonder how it disappeared. And the Lieutenant Wallace, who's supposed to be overseeing it as well, why is there no report? Somebody tell me why there's no report. If this child is telling you that she has been violated, if the physical evidence of the doctor's exam is saying she's being violated, she is telling you that her father, Bishop Myrondous, whatever the hell his name is, because it's ugly as hell. The name is ugly. Lord, forgive me. I'm sorry. No, I'm not. No, I'm not, God. I'm not sorry about this. His name is ugly. Whatever his name is, Myrondous, whatever it is, violated this child. His own child. His child that he laid there with his wife and created. He stole her virginity. He stole her childhood. Oh, and did I tell you he gave her an STD? I said what I said. This child has an STD. Let me tell y'all something. On this legal binding document, I do pen time behind my children and my grandchildren, and they will tell you. I don't think twice. I don't bat an eye. I don't give a good, blessed about a sit down when it comes to mine. How could you do this to your child? Your child, not your neighbor's child, not your stepchild, your child, your DNA, your flesh and fucking blood. Okay, so let me go back to my notes. I was supposed to stick to my notes, but it ain't working right now. But y'all gotta work with me. She has an STD. He was able to take her to Florida, Oklahoma, Tennessee, and Alabama to be trafficked. There were different people, and she was being sold to, and she has done all sorts of different types of things. And as I hear this mother telling this story, I'm sick to my stomach that he's still free. I'm sick to my stomach that he's still alive. Let me just keep it 100. I'm sick to my stomach that he's still alive. Are y'all serious with me right now? I need to be on Instagram Live. Hold on, stand by one. Let me put on Instagram Live because I need to make sure that everybody hears what I'm saying right now. Because this dude right here, that took the childhood from his own child. You nasty dog. You waste of sperm. You waste of DNA. What did a comedian say? Your mama should have swallowed you. She should have swallowed you. How dare you do this to your child that you laid there and created? Why? Like, I don't understand. I'm trying not to be in my feelings, but I'm in my feelings because kids don't ask to come here. Like, for real. They don't say, yo, lay down and have sex and create me. That's not what they do. They don't do that. And then you turn around and you molest your own child. You molest your own child. You sell your own child. What in the world? And then your friend, what did I say his name was? Detective, what is your name? You waste of DNA. Camille, Detective Camille, who is allowing the record to be, excuse me, hidden, buried, whatever you want to call it. You got some damn nerve. You got some nerve knowing that he molested his child. Now, my question is, why you burying his record? Did you molest the child too? Because you know it's going to come out. You know that it's going to come out if you molested this child. It's going to come out that you went across state lines with this child. It's going to come out that you were complicit in the trafficking of this child. Why on earth would you allow this father to molest his child, to traffic his child? And then the child said, put a gun to her head more than once and threatened to kill her. You motherfuckers must be sick. Let me tell you something. Sorry, Lord. I'm sorry. Sorry, Aunt Cheryl. Sorry, not sorry. Sorry, not sorry. This child and her 13-year-old sister that you molested. Oh, I'm sorry. Did I neglect to tell you guys that information too? Okay, there's two other little girls. Myla and where are their names? Hold on. Let me refer back to my notes because I want to make sure. Myla and Marissa, who are also his daughters, who were also allegedly molested, incested, trafficked. You dirty bastard, you. Is this what we do to our kids now? Because her mama nice. Her mama nice, and she prays in the Lord, and she's waiting for the attorneys and all that good stuff. I'm all for praising God. Y'all know I love the Lord. But baby, you better be glad that it was her and not mine. Baby, hey, let me tell you. Because I was raised by a psychopath, and the things I would have did to your ass, let me tell you what, they would not have been pretty. It would have been pretty at all. She's at home, scared, don't know where you at. I said, oh, she wasn't raised by Gregory Mitchell. Baby, Gregory Mitchell raised a crazy child because he a psychopath. He raised me. You would have touched mine, and you would have touched no more. Ever. You heard me? On this legal binding document, let me tell you something. Don't bother my children because my children don't bother nobody. Why would you sleep with your own child, your own flesh and blood? Why would you sleep with any child? Hmm? Why is Ackworth police not putting you under the jail by now? You're not even arrested. There's not even a court case. Why? Who is hiding your stuff? Because it sounds to me like when I listened to the mother saying she went to court, thought she was going to mediation, and it was a whole trial, and she had no attorney, and y'all proceeded anyway? Is that legal? Is that legal to go to trial and the mother has no attorney? And I'm pretty sure she didn't say that she was representing herself. Now, did she? Is that legal? We need to pull that court record. We need to find out what's going on. Note to self. Let me make that little note. I need to retrieve those court documents and find out, was that even a legal court case? Oh, court docs for case. Because trafficking is a really big deal. And now I want to know, is the judge a pedophile? Yeah, I said it. Is the judge a pedophile? Is that why he allowed the case to go on so that you can get custody of that little girl so he could have a turn too? I'm just asking for a friend. Because allegedly she was in court with no attorney when this case went and you got physical custody of the daughter that you molested. And the daughter said you molested her since she was 8 years old. You nasty bastard. You nasty bastard. You nasty. You know, when I do these articles, I try to keep my personal feelings out of them. But I can't. I can't. Not on this one. Not on this one. Because our job as parents is to protect our children. We got one job. Got one job. Is to protect our kids. Our kids didn't ask to come here. And you steal your child's virginity? And I don't even know what you did to the other two. I don't even know what you did to the other two. But their mom was good. Her mom was good. The other two mamas, because the other two little girls have the same mother. They mom was as good because baby, right hand to God, I would be doing pen time. I would be doing pen time. The things that this little girl told her mama you did to her, let me tell you what some of the things you did to her. You stole her virginity. Excuse me. She's been burned. She's been stabbed. She's been touched in every hole possible. There isn't a hole on her body that hasn't been touched. You, Myrondous Washington, are the epitome of a disgusting individual. I pray they put you under the jail. And I hope Bubba and them do you so foul. I hope Bubba and them do you so foul, baby. And they remind you. And let me tell you how crazy I am. When you go to prison, and I find out where you housed, I'm gonna put money on their books. You dirty bastard. I'm gonna put money on their books. Yeah, I said what I said. I'm gonna put money on their books so they can remind you how you did your daughter. I'm sorry, how you did your daughters, because you did all three. You dirty dog. And I'm in Georgia, and I'm looking for you, and I'm praying God let me run across your path. Please cross in front of my car. Please cross in front of my car. Do me a favor and cross in front of my car. I got your pictures, and I'm posting them. I'm going to post them every day. I'm going to tag everybody from every police officer I know, from every social media influencer I know, from every bishop I know. You a dog. You a dirty, dirty, dirty dog. I don't know how you can sleep at night, and I don't know how that wife of yours stays with you. Because she a low down dirty dog too. Because you know what your husband is doing. You watched him drive that baby across state lines, and you probably didn't care because you didn't birth her, but that don't make it okay. I'm going to post your picture up too, sweetie. I hope they make y'all's life a living hell until you both are under the jail, because you're just as culpable as he is. I said what I said. I watched that little girl say that she don't think her family on your side loves her no more because none of them have reached out and talked to her. Well, guess what? Let their ass go to hell too. Because if they are condoning what he did, they're just as culpable. I'll be in LA in a couple of days and making my business to go see this little girl and her mama and hug them. And we're going to eat good and we're going to drink good. Because, baby, your time soon come. You hear me? Your time soon come. And when it do, I will be sitting in that courtroom if I'm not flying at work. I'll be sitting in that courtroom watching your trial, watching your conviction. And when you go to that nice prison that they're going to put you in, baby, I promise to put money on their books to be your new best friends. Because I'm crazy like that. Because you make me sick to my stomach. And Detective Camille and Lieutenant Wallace, trust when I tell you, I'll be having a nice conversation with IA. Believe that. Believe I will be having a nice conversation with IA on tomorrow about why the case keeps disappearing. This little girl has even contemplated suicide because her daddy thought it was okay to put his little rusty, dusty, nasty penis in her. You sick bastard. You are so disgusting. I hope all the homies see you. You're a disgrace to bishophood. You're a disgrace to clergy. You're a disgrace to black men. You're a disgrace to any man. You're a disgrace to fatherhood. You're just a fucking disgrace. And I said what I said. And I don't edit my videos. And I'm posting this as is. And I don't care. Because you, Myrondous Washington, and your wife, Tamara Washington, and they're both on Facebook. They're not active though. But you can go retrieve their pictures. And Lieutenant Wallace and Detective Camille, Ackworth Police Department, Ackworth Chief of Police. You got some explaining to do. You got some explaining to do. I'm tagging everybody. Roland S. Martin, Tamika Mallory. I'm tagging everybody. Benjamin Crump, everybody. To get these girls some justice. And I don't mean next year. I don't mean 5 years from now. I mean ASAP. And I'm going to do everything in my power to make it move as fast as possible. I'm tagging every influencer. I'm tagging Star Jones. I'm tagging any and everybody. Do you hear me? Ackworth Police Department, Detective, what's your last name is? Detective Camille. You got a girl name anyway. If she, boy, let me find out that she said you touched her or her sisters. You allegedly. Detective Camille, Ackworth Police Department. Really? Really? I would expect more from you. You in Ackworth of all places. Really? But okay. Understand. I'm tagging everybody. Nancy Grace. I'm tagging, inboxing, calling everybody. And I'm posting your picture up like you just won the lottery. You dirty dog. I'm going to get off here because I'm all in my feelings. Oh, and by the way, Detective Camille, you can't deny that you don't know this man because she said when she saw your picture and her cousin said, "Do you know him?" She said, she sent both pictures. The picture of Lieutenant excuse me, the picture of Lieutenant Wallace and the picture of Detective Camille. And she asked Squeaky, "Do you know these two?" Squeaky said, "I don't know the white guy, but I do know the black guy. Me and my dad and him went to eat. He had on regular clothing. We went to dinner at Arby's. He's been to my dad's house to visit, and I saw him in the park in our subdivision. He also went with us to Florida." I just want to know what you was doing in Florida with this little girl who you know is being trafficked. You got some explaining to do. You got some explaining to do. Oh, and let me tag Shield of Shame. You know, I love that little the little Shield of Shame people. They be getting down to the business. Let me make sure I tag them about you wonderful officers, excuse me, detective and lieutenant at Ackworth. I bet you they get to the bottom of your business. What you bet? Okay, guys, I'm going to get off here. I'm in my feelings. They don't ask to come here, and we got one job, and that's to protect them. We got one job, and that's to protect them. And y'all failed these girls. You failed them. They daddy failed them, and he took their virginity, and he stole their life, and he gave them the ugly, nasty people, and let them do horrible things to these children. And you guys that are allowing him to continue to walk free are just as wrong. But I'm coming for every one of y'all asses. Believe that. Now you can take that to the bank. I'm out. I'm done.